What's up, everyone? John Renger from Techno Buffalo here. There is just a cavalcade of fitness bands out there, smartwatches, and other wearables that claim to do pretty close to the same thing. What I found though is you got to pick an allegiance to an operating system if you want to use it. If you want to use Android Wear, obviously it's Android. If you want to buy an upcoming Apple Watch, you got to pick an Apple Watch. Pebble has kind of straddled that line of cross-platform compatibility, but not many others do it. The Microsoft Band, surprisingly, will work pretty close to fully with iOS, with Android, and with Windows Phone, and it does it pretty well. Let's go ahead and take a look. Here is the Microsoft Band, and it's a lot of things. It's a smartwatch, it's a fitness tracker, it's a UV sensor, a heart rate monitor. One of the things it's not, though, is overly good looking. Is a bit on the clunky side, as you can see right here. Microsoft does have a variety of sizes. One thing I like about it is that it is adjustable, like a regular watch band, without having to worry about sort of threading through any sort of holes. You just pop it right in, and you can slide to adjust it to your wrist. And they also offer sizing charts online, so make sure when you walk into a store or order one online, you're going to order the one that is right for you. So a quick visual tour where we talk about all the stuff this can do. The band, it's got two little prongs that you push in, opens up, and it's going to reveal on the bottom that is a heart rate monitor, which will glow a super bright green when it's trying to get your heart rate. And on the bottom, that is where the magnetic charging port is going to live, and that just plugs in via USB. Battery life on this guy, I've been able to easily get 2 days. I pushed it to 2.5 days at CES, so not something you're gonna have to worry about charging every day, despite having a full color LCD display. Speaking of that LCD display, it is going to scratch, it is going to show nicks, and it's going to show dirt. So the first thing I recommend you buy after you buy your smart band is also get a screen protector for it. I did not put one on here because I wanted to see how the screen performed and worked, and you can probably see what happened after about 7 days of using it. It's about 6.5 actual days of usage time. So all that aside, let me show you what it can do and show you how it's going to integrate with your phone. So UI is controlled by two buttons. You've got a home and power button that's going to wake it up, and hold it down, it'll turn it off, and you have an action button. And you can do a couple things with the UI here. If you just tap it, you go ahead and see what you've done for the day. So you can see your steps, you can see the amount of miles that you've walked, calories, and this is all customizable as well. Where'd you go and that kind of stuff. And there's a back arrow that goes back, and if you want to swipe to the right, you can see that it's connected to Bluetooth, there's your battery level, and letting you know the heart rate sensor is indeed working. If you just want to swipe the other direction, you can get sort of your smartwatch type stuff. You can see your text, you can see your emails, and even your missed phone calls. You can customize this quite a bit, as we'll talk about. You can also go through and see other actions you got on here. One of the things I really like on it, nothing I've seen on other smart bands before, and I think I've ever used at least another smart band, is a UV sensor. It'll tell you what the UV levels are outside, if it's hazardous or not. And then on the way I've got mine set up is on settings. So it works pretty well. Let me go ahead and bring in a phone and show what the UI looks like. The other story to the Microsoft Band is how it's going to interact with your device. So I'm going to show you on iOS, but Android experience is exactly the same. It's also the exact same on Windows Phone, but on Windows Phone you get the gigantic added benefit of having Cortana. So you can do anything you can do with your virtual assistant that Cortana can do right from your wrist. So the app is Microsoft Health. We'll open that up. It syncs via Bluetooth with your device to pull up all the information. So here's what I've done today. I've been kind of active. My goal is about 5,000 to 7,000 steps per day. So I'm halfway there. It's about 2 o'clock here, California time. You can customize tiles and add a lot more. So the main app is broken up into two sections. You've got your menu section up here. Then you've got a full customization option here to show you how to sort of make this your own. Go ahead and pull back, and I'll show you some of these things here. So Find a Workout is interesting. It'll sort of help you with workouts, with predetermined workouts. If you want to sort of pick your favorites or browse workouts even by brand, you can see sort of they've partnered with a few different folks to sort of give you the best workout experience in the band to actually help you with that. The profile I mentioned, that's a profile you set up when you first get started. Connected apps, a few third-party apps here that'll work to sort of do other additional things, mostly fitness things, Runkeeper and MyFitnessPal. Though more should certainly be coming. Go ahead and go back and go to Done, About, and then Sign Out. When I first got this device, it was all done up in purple. The screen was purple, everything was purple. No, I'm not a purple guy. So you can go ahead and customize pretty much anything you want there. So Personalize Band, you can pick your color, any color that you want here. I preferred discreet. You can pick wallpaper, different color wallpapers. I just wanted plain black. I figured it'd be better for battery life. Then you get a preview of what it'll look like. But more interesting than that, I think, is the tiles you can show. So go ahead and go to Manage Tiles. This is where you can see all the things that the band is capable of. So again, this is with iOS, but Android's going to be the same, and Windows Phone's the same. You can pick what notifications are going to show up. And each notification is going to come with a little bit of haptic feedback, the vibration on your wrist. So for me, I've got messaging, mail, calls. I turn calendar off. You could have run counter off, your exercise, your sleep counter. It'll tell you when you went to sleep and give you some information on your rest. An alarm, guided workout, weather, which I like. I'm going to go ahead and flip weather on. Finance, UVs, tell you what the weather is outside. If it's safe to be out there with ultraviolet light. Starbucks app, which I know a lot of folks were quite excited about. To actually access your Starbucks app right from your phone. Facebook Messenger, Twitter, anything that comes up in Notification Center, you can show right from your watch. Go ahead and hit save. Now I'll get weather. I'll start to show up right on my watch. It's syncing, and next time I go there, it'll be there. So let's go ahead and take a look, make sure that's there now on my tiles. And there's a little weather icon. I can select that, and it's syncing, trying to figure out where I am using the GPS on my phone, and it'll give me the weather for Irvine. There we go. So what it is now, today, a little bit about tomorrow, and you can see it's a full color display, and I was really surprised at how well battery life lasted. So one of the other things I wanted to try with this, and I was kind of interested in, I got a kid, I'm trying to be healthier. I want to make sure my heart rate was sort of not very high. I want to keep a nice, healthy, resting heart rate of between 65 to 75. So let me show you how the heart rate monitor works on here. I'll go ahead and put this guy back on my wrist. Yeah, sometimes it goes high right away and then drops back down. So it went from 99 to 76, which is about right. Maybe about 4 or 5 higher than it usually is. Go ahead and turn that back on. And it's still locked. If I go ahead and kind of jump around a little bit, think about having to pay taxes soon and other things that make me nervous, I should be able to see the heart rate start to go up in a little bit. So it's really cool to be able to track this throughout the day and sort of see when I got stressed out or when I didn't, and sort of help to gauge to sort of mitigate that unnecessary and additional stress. A couple things I wish it had. I wish it had a proximity sensor, which if I sort of did something to my wrist, it would light up. If I brought it up to my face, it would light up. The only way to turn on right now is just to use that home button. And then of course the action button to do whatever action that you want. Overall, I've been really happy with the Microsoft Band. I kind of went in with low expectations and it blew me away. I haven't worn a fitness band since the Nike Fuel Band about 1.5 years ago. But this one's been really nice. Actually, I put my Pebble Steel aside. I'm using this as both a fitness band and a smartwatch and been really pleased with it. So if you're looking to pick one up, it's going to cost you $200. You can buy it from Microsoft Store or online. Make sure you print out the sizing chart first to get the right one for you. What do you guys think is something you would use, not use? Let's hear your thoughts on it. Until next time, I'm John Ranger from Techno Buffalo. See you guys next video. Bye. Let me stop the video just real fast to thank our friends and good peeps at Lenovo. No longer do you need a smelly rubber mat to get your yoga on. I want to tell you about the Lenovo Yoga 3 Pro. It is a laptop that just doesn't want to be one type of laptop. It wants to be everything, and it does so many cool things. It's got a ton of different modes, including laptop mode, stand mode, tent mode, and tablet mode. And the thing could launch off into space. It probably would too. It features a ridiculously gorgeous 3200 by 1800 pixel 13.3-inch multi-touch display, crazy thin Intel Core M processor, 7.2 hours of battery life, JBL speakers, and way more, and also tent mode. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We are people just like you who love technology. If you want to keep up on the latest in the world of consumer electronics, hit the big subscription button right down below. If you want to see us play games, although admittedly sometimes very poorly, check out our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/technobuffalo.